Hi there guys, welcome back to Matthew and his granddad's railway. Now you left us some time ago where we were discussing baseboards. Now I think I said I had the first two and two others were to come. So they've now arrived and they've also been painted. So what we're going to do is if you just follow me along to attach the backboard here. Sorry about a little bit of noise. I do apologise, but we need to make a bit of a guide hole for these screws. It won't take 2 minutes to do. It's only a couple. I've already done the first ones, so it's just the back ones to go here now. And hopefully Matthew is following me along with his camera. Sorry about if you can't see my face at the moment, but we won't be a moment. But I just wanted to show those out there that maybe can't do it, that you know, fitting these backboards stroke sort of I can't remember the words just at the moment, but fitting the boards anyway is a fairly relative straightforward thing. It's just a couple of screws and there we are, we're done. So right, we'll just turn our baseboard up the right way. There we are. Lovely. Now you can see, I don't know if I showed you the last time, but we did have, or I got from our own model railway club, some backboards to go for it. I didn't like the painting that was on there, so I decided to paint them blue. Not difficult, it'll be perfect. Right, so what have we done? Okay, what we've actually done is that I've started to make out some boards to go for our pavements. So there's the first one there, which we'll fix down. I have another one then to go over there, and there'll be a small road going around the back. So now I think I was talking about planning some time ago. Again, there's our piece from the club, which I'm using as a template. So that's good. Now I've also, if Matthew just moves back a little bit, I'm sorry about this. I'll come back behind him. Hopefully you can still hear me. But I've also made our platforms. Again, nothing too difficult here. We're coming along now. So nothing too difficult here. Just a piece of 1/2 inch chipboard. Likewise, there's another one. There's another one here. I took some pavement. Some brick paper off of the internet, so that's fine just for along there. Right, so we've decided now that our station is going to be thus. There we are. Now what I should do is I should put a piece of balsa wood then on the top of there in the middle. I made up the station buildings. It's one of the old super quick ones. Not bad really. Nothing perfect, but it will do for what we want, and that will be sited there like that. Okay, right, here we are then. So we'll just go with as I was talking about just now. There's the top piece of our platform. There's another piece here, obviously to join up, and by the time this is all secured down a bit half tidy, then there won't be a problem. But you can see we're moving on now, and we're well into the sort of bit of planning stage. I think I mentioned that I'd found some old plastic buildings. Well, we are going to use them. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't. We can save money here, and there'll be 4 there like that. And then we've got a nice Hornbeat one, which we can put over the back there, thus. And we can so there we are. Now you can see you can see now there's a bit of a plan coming together. So, as I say, roadway round to the station platform. Now there'll be a wall down in here behind my finger, and it'll come all the way down here. And then what we've got then is I purchased a couple of old gates. Oh, drop one on the floor. Not to worry. Right, and then there'll be a gated entrance then into what will be our yard. So we've got our platform. Now I've also purchased a signal box, which is obviously the Daypole one. Nice little model that. There's nothing wrong with it. It'll suit our purposes very well. And that'll be built in due course, and will of course be placed up here on the next board where the entrance to where the lines will diverge into the bay or into the main platform. Now what else have I done? Right, I've managed to procure some points which were actually on our own layout down below here, but they'll certainly do for what I want, and these will be sited thus on this new railway of ours, just of here. I seem to have a nail in there. I'll get that out in a moment. And so now you can see where we're going. I did have a couple of pieces of track here, but it doesn't matter. We don't need them just at the moment. I won't put them down until we can actually put down the platform and get some idea of where we're going. Now, points. There will be no point motors to this. It's going to be a wire in the tube method. Bit of a Heath Robinson affair maybe, but it'll work. I want to keep the electrics to this layout down to the bare minimum. I feel that we don't need it. What we're not looking for something grand here. We're just looking for something that maybe, if invited, we can take it on the road. Now I can't think of much else at the moment. Oh, yes I can. I beg your pardon. I purchased a bridge, which I've since put a road onto it. It won't actually be a road. It'll be a farm track. And by the time that is sited across the railway on the next board, I've made up some other sheets here as well in order to continue the theme across the board. And by the time I've cut them out and made some wing walls, then they'll be fine. I'm going to continue with the paper that I got off the internet. I like this idea. There it is. This will be good. Just shows you can save money. You know, it's simple. Excellent job. Now, apart from that, I have to say quite honestly, that's about it. My plan now is to get this laid down. Now, do I put some sort of paving stones on here? I'm not sure. I think what I may do actually is just paint it grey. I've got some paving stones left from here, so maybe I'll just use those around the station area and then leave the rest grey. So for the moment then, I hope that, there is just a few other things, I beg your pardon. I managed to procure from the club at the weekend some old Hornbeat signals. If Matthew comes this side, you'll see that they're, they do work, and they'll certainly do for us. So that's a plus. I've also, I beg your pardon, Matthew, excuse me, going by you. I think I mentioned in one of the first programs about ballast. Well, I've certainly purchased some of that, so there it is there. Didn't cost much, £1.50. I bought 4. By the time we put a bit of sand with all of this, it'll be fine. Matthew's also already purchased some Scenecraft people, so they'll definitely go on the railway. This set here, the maintenance work set, that's going to be for our new rail depot that we're going to have on the very last board, because we're going to split the last board from a fiddle sidings to a scenic board as well. And currently my colleague Brian Tucker is making me a big shed, and I believe that materials have already been bought for that, so that will be more expense for you, Matthew. You will have to pay for it. So there we are. I bought some buffer stops. Again, not too bad at all, quite cheap. A rail, I thought, well, we better have a rail cleaner, so there's that. And I bought some more rail joiners just in case we need them. So you can see that we've progressed. I think we're doing quite well considering. I mean, it's only been a few months now, and you know, I think we're doing very well. Right, so for the moment then, thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next vid. Happy modelling. Bye bye now.